first time for the podcast. It joins us pretty much at the same time as the live.
Yo, big fucking facts. What's going on, everybody? Y'all already know what it is, what it do, and how we do it.
Welcome to Tommy Guns and Hungover with Rico.
Yeah. Wait. So you guys already know it's the Big Goose Tommy Guns, and it's the hungover Brown Rover, Mr. Rico T himself. What's going on, everybody?
Rico decided to have some fun last night. You know?
Rico.
He deserves it. Just get a little out there. Well, more. Rico was trying to kill some annoying pain or something like that. You know,
Rico and my Big Goose is right as usual. Rico needed to go out last night. I needed to let loose. I wanted to have fun, and the actual reason for it was because I was trying to kill some anger that I had and also help me to kill some other things that I felt I needed to do, and that was a better way to do it than what I normally do, which is kind of shut down and allow shit to die that way. But I can't do that no more because I'm working on a better path. So I just needed to process and deal with it, and I decided to do it with alcohol. I do want to give a shout out to my homeboy, Lobo, who knew I was getting fucked up, knew I was dealing with some shit, and he came out, made sure I was alright, and when I got way too fucked up, he gave me a couch to sleep on because, yeah, there was no fucking way I was going to be able to drive. And, yeah, no. So, shout out to him for that, and I appreciate that so much. So, yeah, what's up?
Not much, man. Not much. Sounds like a fun night. We sleep on somebody else's couch because you're too drunk to drive home.
Which you know almost never happens.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. It happens every time you decide to drink and then go out because one drink is more than enough where you shouldn't be driving home. Be honest.
You're absolutely right.
However, some of us don't do that.
Some of us don't do that. I've never gotten to a point where I was like, I cannot drive home. But trust me, last night I could not drive home.
It's probably good that you didn't. Hopefully, I hope to stay the same way. I mean, we have too many idiots on the road. I know I drive this every day. Hopefully, this is going to end soon, though.
So,
I'm tired of being on the road, I think. I got off of the job.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
But I don't know if I'm going to take it at the same time. I don't know. It's a thought.
But let me go ahead and just... I had other plans yesterday. These plans were set literally like 2 weeks in advance for yesterday. And it all came crashing down because of a joke. Now, I've, obviously talked to multiple people through text messages and stuff like that, and no, you can't always read someone's tone or anything like that in a text message. Now, however, I made a joke, and to show that I was joking, I did put like one or two of the laughing with the tear emojis, like the fucking laughing so hard you're crying. I put that at the end of my text message, which was I was supposed to hang out with a friend. I was supposed to cook because I wanted to do Cajun steak pasta, and it was going to go good. It was going to be alright. So Tuesday I'm talking to this person, and they were like, are we still on for Saturday? I was like, well, that would be a question for you since I'm going to your place. And the response I got to that was, why would you even think that, we wouldn't still have the plans? I'm like, well, I don't want to overestimate my importance in someone's life. Like, I don't know. I'm not just going to assume you still want to do that. Maybe you had other shit to do. So the response I got after that was shaking my head, and I just put, what did I do? Never got a response. Didn't hear from them, Wednesday or whatever. So Thursday, I jokingly said, dang, gonna shake your head at me, not even gonna tell me why. I haven't heard from you, and I still have to cook for you, I guess, on Saturday? Like, what's going on? Laughing emojis. Now, the other reason that I did that was because with this person, they say that my communication is lacking, yet I always try to keep a conversation going, and then it just drops off. Nothing. I'm just trying to keep communication going, trying to make things a little bit easier with this person so that way, they do understand that we can communicate. So immediately I get, what are you talking about? And so I take a screenshot and I was just messing, but I never got a response and I haven't heard from you. So then in text form, I proceeded to get yelled at because they have a new system that they're having to deal with at work and they're trying to get it done. And they asked for patience this week, and if they didn't tell me that, just give me some patience, that's on them, but I had no reason to start being an asshole. And I said, listen, I wasn't being an asshole. I literally put the laughing emoji so you would purposely know that I was just messing with you. And I also know that you have to do all this other shit at work, and that's why I haven't been bothering you, because I want you to be able to deal with all that and then have your time to unwind after. That's all I'm trying to say. So then the immediate response to that was, well, maybe you just have other shit that you want to do Saturday night and you don't want to spend it, hanging out with me. And I said, I never said that. I said, I thought that we were still good. That's why we were talking about, you wanted to, do spaghetti and meatballs. And I said, no, I'm going to cook Cajun steak pasta. I'm going to chef it up like I always do. I'm like, so I figured everything was good. I was like, apparently I've upset you, and I apologize for that. That was not my intention. I would like you to continue having a good day at work, or at least try. And, I'll talk to you later. Never got a response after that, which I'm fine with. That's completely okay. So, didn't hear from the person the rest of that day. Didn't hear from the person all day Friday. Until 8 o'clock Friday night, when I get a text that says, you don't have to worry about coming to see me tomorrow. I made plans with somebody else. Enjoy your weekend. Okay. Told them, I'm sorry, made plans with somebody else. Enjoy your weekend in case you had other things you wanted to do. My only response to that was, you were my plans, but okay. That was it. I didn't say nothing else. And that shit bothered the ever-loving fuck out of me. Because I wouldn't do that to somebody. And it was done to me, and that irritated me, and I kept myself cool about it, but I needed to blow off that steam, so I did last night. But it also gave me a little bit of clarity that I gave more of a shit about this person than they do about me. So, okay. That's how you want to play the game. That's fine with me. Now, I had the full-on intentions going out, getting stupid, which I did, but maybe making some very stupid and petty decisions, and I decided against those. And I just went out and enjoyed my fucking night. And I know that I'm not going to reach out to this fucking person. I'm good. But I also know myself, and I know that when this person tries to reach out to me, oh, well, how was the weekend? Immediate response is going to be, don't act like you care, please. Let's not do this. And I'm going to let them know that they knew for a fact that what they did was, A, going to piss me off, it was going to hurt me, and it was going to push me away. And they succeeded in doing all three. And I'm okay being pushed away. Do you. Live your life. We don't need to talk anymore. I'm good now. That was very fucked up. And it really did actually hurt me. And I never admit shit like that, but it hurt the fuck out of me. And I'm good now. Because that shows that, like I've said before, I'm trying to only keep people in my life who, bring peace and value. And if you just throw me to the side like that, then I don't bring any peace or value into your life, and it's better that we just part fucking ways. It sucks because I care about this person, but at the same time, I'm good. Because, even if I try to give this person another chance to try to like fix things, it could happen again, and I'm just not down for that shit. So
Obviously, talking about feedback.
yeah,
So I don't know what you like, keep avoiding saying. We all know.
yeah, it's okay.
But the problem is, rewind back to like the one statement because I understand it was taken wrong. And it got taken wrong. So the problem is with it, Rico, there was a little bit of truth to it. And you tend to use truthful things to hit people back and to make them feel guilty. You might not have subconsciously did it, but you definitely did it. But saying that, and if somebody said that shit to you, you would probably take it the same way, to be honest with you. I'm just going to be 100. You know, I don't always agree with you. And I'm not saying you're completely wrong because you tried to backtrack and talk to the person. And then that just did not go well. I mean, it just is one of those things. Obviously, don't know the person. I'm not even going to try to pretend like I know. But you two are kind of the same in a lot of ways. Because you guys went in there both mad. And once you guys were both mad, it didn't help anything you saying. You could have said, I'm sorry, I love you. I'm not saying
no, I know,
like
but like the
it
thing
still
is,
wasn't going to work.
I honestly was not mad. I was just joking, trying to make light of the situation.
But this is definitely one of the issues, like in all kinds of things. Like some people cannot take it when you keep them get 98 with them. Because, well, you probably need to keep them 198. Well, really, what I'm saying, you was trying to keep it 100 and do something that was already going to bother somebody against them.
I did not think that they were going to take it that way.
I get it, but at the same time, you should have thought about that before you put that shit out there.
And
especially with a female.
Okay, and no, you're absolutely right on that. But that is why I said. But that is why I said.
Yeah. Not always, but this one in particular, I think so. But we got replies over there on both. I'm sorry. I'm sorry we don't get to you right away. Probably started ignoring if it's the Sent Stars guy over here.
No, but, you know, and that's why I said if I upset you, I apologize. That was not my intention.
Yeah, and like I said, you went back at it like the right way, but like it was the problem was it was like to you. I'm just giving you an example. Somebody already got you mad, and then they try to basically what comes off to you is backtracking. Backtracking on what somebody has already said anyway. You think you're gonna take it all nice and hold it real easy? No, you're not. I know you well enough. And well, then why did you say it? And yes, you're usually pretty calm. Somebody apologizes, but it depends on what level of Rico we're dealing with. If we're on a level 2, level 3 Rico, and you're not really upset, then no, ain't nothing gonna happen. You probably just leave it alone. But if we've already got 6 or above Rico, then there ain't no fucking talking Rico at that point.
No, you're absolutely right. But most times I try to keep myself under a 5.
And I get that, and I'm not trying to say that, but I'm saying with this person, maybe something you said just triggered them.
The problem with this person is, and this is just my thinking on it, and I could be absolutely fucking wrong. I really could be. But I doubt it. Because let's be honest, you know this person. I think that in this situation, I was the one who still really cared. And I think that this person stopped caring a while ago and kind of just kept me around as like a booty call. And then this was their way of trying to be like, nah, I'm good. Like, there was an easier way to do it. You should have just said, I don't think we should hang out. I don't think we should talk. We shouldn't be fucking anything like that. Okay, cool. All right. If that's what you want, I respect that. Okay. There was nicer ways to do it. Because I would have done that. I would have been like, you know, I don't think this is working out good. I think we need to just step away.
Well, sometimes it's hard for people even for themselves to admit that. Like maybe they didn't want to admit to themselves it was time to step away.
Who's the person? Someone you don't know. What up, Jose Rose?
Oh, who's that person? I definitely can't see that. I can't see the bigger screen in the back of what they say. They look like comments.
Oh no, in the back, I couldn't read the name because let's face it, my eyesight, even with the glasses on, isn't great right now because of my adventures last night. But I'm pretty sure that that's Raina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the one who ghosted me again. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I love when y'all do that to me out of nowhere. And then
she's just like here because you're talking about another event, so that's why she's like, oh shit. That's why he goes to me. That's what Raina's excuse is.
I didn't ghost her. I was the last one to send a response.
I could tell you really what's wrong with her. If you didn't invite her to a block party. She was hoping. She had no
Probably.
experience with that. She was hoping to let you get taken in the back of something.
Ain't nobody taking me in the back in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, that's a lot.
Jesus Christ is coming back very soon. Come to Christ and believe the gospel of salvation. Greetings. Sure.
Jesus is real.
Jesus is real. But that was why I had to. That's what I was trying to kill. And normally I tend to shut down, and that's how I tend to kill emotions and feelings and stuff like that. But I drank and thought about everything, and that kind of did the job for me without me having to shut down and turn into uber asshole Rico. So I appreciate the fact that I was able to do that. And trust me, I'm going to have some words that, need to be said when this person does try to contact me, and it's going to end the way that I already know it is, where we're just going to stop talking to each other. And I can honestly say right now that that's going to bother me a little bit, but I'm not going to let it affect me, and I'm not going to give a fuck. Because if I don't matter to you, then none of this shit matters. And you can be on your merry fucking way. I hope the best for you. I hope you get everything you want and deserve. I just won't be there to see it.
I thought this was a new recruit we're getting anyway. And we need to be dropping anyway. It ain't helping.
No, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm okay with doing this, and that's why I said I wish them the best. I hope they get everything they want and deserve, but I won't be there to see it.
And if it's a person, I'm thinking it is, and I'm probably right. We should have just stepped away already anyway. Because you knew better. There's one fact in there, it's not changing. Nothing with you guys is ever going to work out.
Yeah, I know that now.
Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, sometimes, hey, I'm not perfect, but I'm an idiot when it comes to that shit. But I'm terrible, so. I'm definitely not the person Christ even tried to take his life from, to be honest. I give it because that's what I feel, because I can feel that I can help people from the mistakes I've made in my life.
But it's like I said, I still cared. Regardless of anything, excuse me, I'm sorry. My opinion's changed. They were a good person.
No, here's the thing. It's you. It's you. You're a good person. Deep down, you're a good person. You try to say other things. Otherwise, but deep down, you're a good person. You know how I know? It's because you're a lot like me and you're always going to care so much. The problem is you just got to shut off that care. I know it's hard. It's not easy. I ain't going to try to say it is.
Well, no,
but this goes for a lot of people. But you got to stop. You got to shut off that caring part because, yes, it's always going to be there. No matter what. 10 years from fucking now, you could think back on the moment and it's just still going to be like, oh shit. And you let it bug get you, it's even going to affect you 10 years from fucking now. That's how that shit can.
You're right, but going with what you're saying, I do agree with that, but here's my thing. This is what I'm trying to get away from. I'm trying to process the shit and let it go naturally, because I do tend to just shut the caring off. And those are the times when, like, I'm hanging around you and you're like, I don't know what your problem is, but you're, like, extra asshole today. And it's because I do that, and I don't have, like, a healthy balance. When I shut off the caring, it shuts off the fucking everything. I don't know how to single out one thing. I just don't give a fuck about nothing.
Learn. You're getting older. It's about time to grow up, be an adult, understand. You gotta learn.
That's what I'm doing now.
You try.
That's what I'm trying to do now.
And you know what the first problem with everything that you just said? Well, I'm going to erase it all. You tried understanding. Like process it.
But I have to do that for me.
No, you can't. That's your problem. You're trying to fucking understand or process what a female did and her ideal or logic out of it. You fuck. You fuck, bro. You ain't never gonna completely understand them. You can understand them better than most people. Don't get me wrong. But you can know these people for 3 fucking years and still be fucking them. Just saying. It's just like sometimes I just feel like walking on a fucking eggshell. And it's like, why? Why? Eventually you get to the fucking point, you like me, like, damn, I'm trying to be nice and cordial and everything, but like, you're just doing too much, and I gotta say something, and then I just let it get built up, but I just get evil sometimes.
That's what I'm trying not to do.
I just go off, and it's better to just let it go.
That's
the only thing I can find. No, I'm saying let everything go one day. Fuck, say what you gonna say, because here's a good idea. Here's a good thing for you. You let that asshole out, like literally let him out. They ain't gonna talk to you no more. You ain't gotta worry about it. It ain't gonna be you that's gotta avoid them. They ain't even gonna come to you. I ain't gotta worry about it no more. They'll leave you fuck alone. And it's just better.
So,
or just block everything, leave the fuck alone. That's probably my real advice. That's probably what I would do. I'd let
the
myself
asshole out
and fucking for 5 minutes, and then this would be done.
Well, when I do finally get that text from this person, that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to flip that switch instantaneously, and I'm going to go full fucking dick.
But you both headstrong fucking people, and that's your problem. And I can tell you.
And that is completely okay. But I know enough about this person that once they know that it's starting to get into an area where it's going to be like verbal conflict, that's where I thrive. They're just going to get mad and stop responding. And then I never have to worry about it again because they know that I will keep going if they keep going.
To be honest, my honest suggestion is just working on everything. Just block. Just be done. Block it so they can't contact you by the time you remember it's happening again. Hopefully you can put it back to your back of your mind, because you don't need to put everything and stop caring about everybody and everything. That's not what that means. That means you just need to stop fucking when yourself starts thinking about that one person. Fucking immediately change your goddamn mind. No fuck what it takes. You gotta go in the fucking bathroom and smack the shit out of yourself. Like, talk to yourself and smack you. Do that. I mean, you have to just take the one person to fucking make you like it. Because here's the problem. Look what night just happened, bro. You just ruined a night. Because you think last night was any kind of, like, you did anything good? Just be honest. I mean, I don't have a problem with you going out drinking. You should go out drinking and fucking socialize and meet people. That's not the issue. You just drank because you're angry and upset, and it obviously ruined your night.
In all honesty,
and
though,
why let that happen?
No, but listen. So you're partly right, and the reason I say that you're partly right is I did go out drinking, and I did it because I was angry. However, my night wasn't ruined. I have no clue what happened because I wasn't in that mode where I was like feeling myself. And I was like, I'm looking good right now. Like, I'm out here, I'm having fun. I wasn't in that mode. But for some reason, at some point, something in my mind was like, okay, bro, you're angry. Now you're starting to get a little tipsy. I'm just going to do this for you. And it flipped the switch. And then all of a sudden, like, I had females walking by, and I'm talking to them, and I'm just chilling, and I'm like, hey, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. And then at one point, like, there was this one girl, she was leaving, and some dude looked at her and went, damn, that's an ass. And she turned around, and she was like, excuse me, and I don't know what the fuck possessed me, but I just looked at her and I said, I want to say that I apologize. That was me. I've had a few drinks. I wasn't thinking. I made that comment, and I'm so sorry, but I need to let you know that you are absolutely fucking gorgeous. Now, I'm thinking, I tried to save it, even though I'm not the one who made the comment. And I'm like, she's going to be pissed. No. She came over, she introduced herself, sat there and talked to me for a couple minutes, and I was like, seriously, like, you are absolutely gorgeous. And she was like, you are very handsome. And I was like, well, I appreciate that, thank you. She was like, I'm actually leaving, but if you're here next week, let me know. And I'm like,
why ain't you getting home?
huh?
Why ain't you getting home?
I wasn't thinking out at that point. I was fucking drunk. I was gone.
It don't matter, man. That's when that other week when you kick in, you gotta know. But you know what I would have done in that situation? Because I probably wouldn't have got anything, but I wouldn't care. And when the guy said that and she turned around and I was pointing towards him, I was like, yeah, you're right. Damn, that's an ass. Because he would be an ass.
Well, the reason that I interjected too was because, let's face it, whether you're in a relationship or not, guys, girls, everybody looks. Everybody looks at someone else, thinks they're attractive, all that shit. It was my homeboy who said it.
Hey, you don't want him home. Why else would you interject?
Yeah.
I mean, anybody knew that. Come on.
But it was funny because
Blame you.
even after she walked away, he looks at me and he goes, "You know you didn't have to do that." And I was like, it was a split second decision. He was like, "But I love the fact that we can tell you're drunk by the way you're talking, and you were still able to pull." But then he said the same thing as you. He's like, "Why didn't you go for the number?" And I just looked at him and I was like, "I'm fucking drunk. I'm not thinking about that."
To be honest, at that point, you should have ran out of the parking lot and got it.
I would have tried to smash in the parking lot. Let's not do that.
I mean, that's cool too, but what you should have done is ran out to the parking lot, because think of it, because that would have turned into her romantic movie right there. You'd have definitely been getting some. Like, damn, he come running out of the parking lot.
Motherfucker came running out trying to get my number. We ended up smashing in the back of my Nissan Altima. I don't know if that's what she drove.
That's what she drove. He's stalking her.
No, I don't know if that's what she drove, but it was the first one that came into my head.
Wow.
Hold up.
Is that the same comment? Oh, no, it's on the IG.
I'm reading these comments from one of our other apps that we're streaming on, that we're live streaming on. Someone apparently thinks I need Jesus.
Someone wants us to send them a star. Really, really badly, please. I don't know what a star is. I tried telling them.
Yeah. But, I also, before I get into something else that I definitely wanted to talk about, I do want to go back to the comment that I read about salvation and all that stuff. I'm so glad that you're promoting that, and I'm glad that that's how you feel. But I already knew all this. In case you didn't know, I'm a minister, so I'm closer with him than you are. Relax. What?
That's blasphemy.
How's that blasphemy?
No, I thought you were a minister.
I'm an ordained minister. This is just a regular person.
How do you know? They didn't come on here.
It's you.
I got news for you.
I apologize.
He could be a reverend, and he ain't gonna come on here because you don't go up. It took you fucking how long in this podcast even on the live and everything to mention that you were a minister. He didn't just thought, oh, this dude's a minister, so he knows. And so you just like assuming this guy's not a reverend because he could be, and he could be like a real reverend, not some fucking fake ass shit off the internet you pull. So it's blasphemy.
I have certifications and I paid for them. It's real. I'm waiting for you to get married, motherfucker. I'm doing your ceremony.
Well, guess what? You ain't doing no ceremony.
You fucking hate me.
No, I hate you.
Anywho, but the reason I didn't mention that either was because I was trying to get that shit off my chest because I felt I needed to get that off my chest.
So at the beginning of the show from now, I'm gonna be last there saying, I'm Reverend Rico. Yeah. Minister Rico.
No, I can't do that. I have to use my real name, unfortunately. Minister Enrique.
Welcome to the podcast with Minister Enrique.
Minister Enrique.
And this is definitely not what you expect.
I'm a different breed. That's all we're gonna go with.
Yeah.
But, anywho, so there is something else that I wanted to talk about. And I'm about to say some shit. Yep. I am. I'm fixing my...
Hold on to your booty hole. He's fixing the sweat so he can get to talking. Talk her up.
Let me strip it down and give it to you raw real quick.
Whoa, what kind of podcast are we on here? I'm not being part of this. Damn. He trying to run.
So, here's my fucking issue right now. And y'all know for a fact...
I can tell you what it is too, you fucking hookers raw dog.
let me tell y'all...
On the parking lot.
Let me tell y'all for a fact, I don't normally come on here, try to talk politics, nothing like that. I don't do that. Tommy knows I don't do that. But if I'm feeling strongly about a situation, oh, you bet your motherfucking ass I'm gonna come through and make a comment, which I'm about to fucking do. I don't care what happens. People vote their way. People can learn to agree, disagree. Yes, I can marry couples. I can do that. I'm gonna object. You know,
I don't think the minister can object.
Yeah, no, because it says if anyone objects, speak now, forever hold your peace. I'm part of anyone. I'm a person too, damn it. Anywho,
I'm a bad victim.
the election went the way that it went. I don't care about that. You guys know my views on politics. We're fucked either way. Now, the issues that I am having is there's a lot of people I know, and their true colors are starting to show. I spent a good portion of my work day yesterday listening to a bunch of people making jokes, making light of the situation, and turning it towards me, talking about ICE is going to run up, and I'm going away. I'm getting deported. And I'm like, well, first off, I'm from Massachusetts. Second off, what are they going to do, deport me to Puerto Rico? And then what? I can sue the fucking government because I'm an American citizen. I was born here. So,
I've heard some of the shit about that, so it's crazy.
So the jokes kept coming, which whatever. And one person decided he wanted to take it too far, and I turned around and I looked at him and I said, listen, you know me. I'm not trying to be like this. I'm not trying to be that angry me that you guys are used to. I said, but there is a time and place. I said, and you are overstepping. So I'm going to politely ask you to stop. This person laughed, continued to make jokes, so I finally turned and said, okay, now we're going to do it this way. Either stop making your jokes and shut up, or I will drop your face in a fucking fryer. I was like, I tried this the nice way. You didn't want to listen. Now I'm going to do it the way that I've always done it. That's your option. Shut up, or this is going to get very physical very quickly. And I don't care.
If we're not doing this podcast next week after, or we just kind of suddenly disappear, there's nothing that happened to me. We could probably try to kill somebody.
Facts.
Talking about a head in a fryer,
but what bothers me about this whole situation is the way that it's...
And remember that, what we're talking about, just hear this whole story for 1 second, and just think if you really want to go through with what you're asking, and we'll get to that in a few.
But it's... There are kids, fucking kids, being pulled out of schools.
Yeah, that's the shit I heard. My friend from California was just talking about that shit. I didn't know that shit was going on down here too. That's crazy.
There are people.
I thought they were just threatening them.
No, but there are people who I work with who they went to work, right? And then they get a call while they're at work that ICE kicked in their parents' fucking door, took their fucking parents, and immediately booked them on a fucking plane out. Deported them right fucking then and there.
They at least take them to the right countries. They're not taking the right countries right now.
They're probably not. But it's not even just that. I don't know if anybody else has bothered to know, the ins and outs of all this. But there's also what they have called a denaturalization clause as well. Goes into the denaturalization law. And so everyone knows Puerto Rico is a commonwealth. We're a territory of the U.S. We technically are considered American citizens, right? With this denaturalization clause, or law, if you will, they can. ICE would have the authority to go to my parents' house, kick the fucking door in, and deport my parents back to Puerto Rico and say you guys are not natural citizens. Even though they were born in Puerto Rico, they are American citizens. But because of this stupid law, clause, whatever you want to fucking call it, they can kick my parents' fucking door in and send my parents back to Puerto Rico and say you guys aren't citizens.
This world is getting crazy, man.
I try not to express views I feel we're fucked either way, but I want y'all to know this. The people who voted for this stupid motherfucker, these are people that you know. People that could be friends to you, people who have been nice to you at one point or another in your life, and this is what they're having to fucking deal with. Now, I will say this. If you want to go ahead and send ICE after a bunch of motherfuckers who ain't doing shit with their lives, they're actually just being criminals out here making the world a worse place, why the fuck not? Do you?
Why are we not like trying to concentrate on like making that everything like legit with everybody? Like with your parents, I'm assuming they're all legit and everything. I mean, I don't really know the process.
No, they're born. They're American citizens from birth.
Yeah.
You should not be able to strip their citizenship like that.
Something like that. That's stupid. I agree with 100%. Unless your fucking dad's like out back selling crazy ass shit, doing like you said, you know.
Yeah, and then like
not. But it's like I don't know, a little kid that's already been here. I mean, probably born here. That's stupid too.
and then like on top of that,
But what they need to do, why are we not spending the resources into making everything right? Like making gear legal and everything legit is all I'm saying. I mean, I really don't know the process. I'm not going to try to pretend to. But shouldn't we be doing that rather than like taking people that are fucking doing nothing wrong, nothing but working and helping out the fucking.
And it's probably been about over the last maybe 100 to 50 years that we completely forgot about being a government by the people, for the people, and also being a land of opportunity for everyone.
I'm just warning everybody now. You know this is just going to be leading to another war, and we're going to have a fucking civil war.
Yeah. Then on top of that, tell me how it gets even worse. They use the denaturalization on a Puerto Rican. So far, I've only heard of one. But here's the worst part about it. They sent him back, took his citizenship status from him, and he's a fucking veteran of our military. I'm sorry, I will admit this whole fucking heartedly.
Welcome to the show. Thank you, guys.
If these motherfuckers were to ever try this shit on my parents, I'd hope to God that I'm there. It's gonna be a fucking problem because of the fact that A, my dad's a fucking citizen. B, he's a fucking veteran of our military. I'm going away. I'm going to jail. I'm going to prison. Let's just be real about this right now because I'm throwing blows. You ain't gonna fucking pull that shit. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, you say that, but you won't do it. Yes, the fuck I will. I do not have enough fucks to give. This is the shit that it's all coming to. The fucking stupidity. Why can't we all just learn to deal with each other in peace? Take your racism, shove it up your fucking ass, shit it out and forget about it. That's all we gotta fucking do. This is fucking stupid, and this is the shit people voted in. These are your friends, your coworkers, all that shit. And this is what's gonna fucking happen to them. Because of a Cheeto-colored motherfucker.
You kind of look like a Cheeto.
I do kind of look like a Cheeto, but real talk.
The rest of them.
Yo, like, you know, real talk, I can't say nothing. I'm not in the government, but fuck our president. I don't give a shit. I'll say it right here, fuck our president. I don't give a fuck.
So, we can get to her first comment first. She wants to know when she'll be able to marry, and then she kind of gives me shit. Talking about the parents should have knew that was a possibility. I mean, like your parents knew this was a possibility of somebody just coming in after 50 years or whatever they've been here. Like that I don't know. That seemed like an ignorant comment to me. So I'll let you address it because
there is always the fact that you're absolutely right. There is a possibility of that. However, that normally only goes for people who are out there doing dumb shit, dealing drugs, committing murders, getting kids hooked on drugs and shit like that. That needs to happen to them, not the ones who are here trying to make a better life and leave.
Here 30, 40 years, whatever it is.
Exactly.
Working their ass off, paying their fucking taxes.
Doing everything that they have to do to make sure that they can leave a legacy behind for their kids and so on and so forth. They shouldn't happen to people like that. I have a friend who he came here maybe now about 12, 14 years ago from Sicily, Italy. Maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, he finally was able to get citizenship. His wife is a veteran his now ex-wife was or is a veteran for the Navy. They're no longer married, however, but he is a citizen because he did everything that he had to do to become a citizen. One of the nicest people you will ever fucking meet in your life. I guarantee that. I've never seen this dude get angry a day in his fucking life when I knew him and worked with him. And he could get sent back, and all he does is go to work and be a good dad. Make sure his kids are taken care of, make sure his bills are paid, goes to work, like I said, does everything for him and his kids. And he could get sent away. How is that fair to him? That he did everything he needed to do, he became a citizen, and just because we got the Cheeto motherfucker coming in here, he want to be like, oh no, well I'm going to take that shit away, you can go right the fuck back. I hope that if that happens, I hope our president chokes on a piece of pizza. Fuck him. That's all I'm going to say about that shit. I wanted to get that off my fucking chest because it's absolute fucking bullshit. And this is the shit that we're having to come to. And I've always been the person who tries to promote everybody just needs to get their head out their fucking ass. We all just need to get along. How did we go from being one of the greatest countries to the biggest laughingstock? No country looks at us and says, I want to go there. Well, some people do, because they're right there. But nobody really wants to do it. Nobody wants to fucking come over here. Why? Because we're a laughingstock. We can't even fix our own shit, and yet we're too busy jumping in every other fucking person in the world's problems. We dip our toes wherever the fuck we can, but we can't even handle our own shit at home. We need to handle our shit at home first. That's my point.
Yeah, she got a couple comments. She still wants to know if you marry a couple.
I don't know. I might not be able to marry anybody because you seem to think that it'd be okay if they try to deport my ass somewhere. So, I don't know. We'll see if I get deported first. You can send me a message. We can talk. How's that? RCYJ Podcast on Facebook. Look up the page. Send me a message. We can talk. But if I stop responding, that means that you got your wish and I got deported. I mean, I'll be back because I'm a citizen. And then I'm going to have hella money because I'm going to sue the fuck out of the government for that shit. What?
That's he's gonna be back. Someone will get him.
Tommy coming to get me. And when I come back, I'm coming back with a vengeance, like RoboCop in the other fucking movie.
Yeah, he's gonna drive the ocean. I don't know how to drive a boat. I'll figure it out. Got your compass. I'm gonna get you. Bring you right up on that.
Nah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down a letter, right?
We'll write down this flash.
No, I'm gonna write a letter for you. And if that happens to me, you go down to Miami, right? You find the first motherfucker who speaks nothing but Spanish, and you give him the letter. Because I'm going to write it in Spanish.
How am I going to know if he's like, fuck you afterwards?
No,
I don't speak.
No, you'll know. Like, if he just gives it back to you and goes, nah, that means fuck you. But if he looks at you and goes, vamos, that letter is basically going to say, I know you into some shit. I'm a citizen and I need to come back, bring my boy on a boat to Puerto Rico at this point.
They say you won't get deported.
I'm in the middle of a discussion. Go to this exact point on the map in Puerto Rico, and I will be there waiting. And then I'm going to hide under the seat in the boat, and then you just drive back to Miami. I will make my way back up to Sebastian, Palm Bay, wherever I gotta go. Help the motherfucker out. Thank you.
So you won't get the point. I got a problem with this one. Why is she asking you to marry her to somebody? Was she literally just not hitting on Joey last week?
Bro, you was just hitting on Joey last week.
And
You was just hitting on me last week, and now you over talking about you getting married. You fast.
like, whoa. Damn, Rico, that could be you.
Who?
It could be you. You guys were talking last week. She was talking to you. This week's trying to marry you. That's crazy.
You smoke too much. Here's the crazy fucking thing. Are you ready for this? I haven't smoked shit today. I'm 100% sober.
The sad thing is, I haven't taken a hit during the podcast. You just reminded me I need to hit something. You're right. I don't smoke.
I haven't smoked today. So I don't know what you're talking about. Trust me, if I had smoked, I'd be a lot calmer than this. But I'm not. So.
No, you was wrong. I haven't smoked enough.
No, you haven't smoked enough. I haven't smoked at all.
That's not enough either.
That's the point I'm trying to fucking make. Like I said, RCYJ Podcast, you can send me a message direct. But sure, I think me and you,
marry these people?
I think me and you are going to have a nice little talk, and I'm going to pray for you.
I think if you marry these people, for sure, though, you got to get on the podcast. If they agree to do a live podcast, no, I was not ready. Sure. What?
No, I was not ready. Your shit. What? Speak fucking English to me. You know what the fuck that says.
Not the first time either. You only introduced Tammy to?
You're funny. Hit on you. You're funny if you think someone's gonna marry you.
You know who we should hook her up with? I know who she should marry.
Who?
Nate. They probably understand each other.
With her writing skills and his? Nah, you right.
I try to read what that dude puts on Facebook all the time. I'm just like, what?
I don't really go on Facebook that much anymore, to be honest.
I don't, but when I'm on there for a few minutes, I look, and that's one of the things that come up. But it's something that, because I was talking to my sister about it one day, because I used to have to get messages from him on what to do when he wasn't there. Trying to fucking translate that shit.
Joey delusional? First off, no one even mentioned Joey. Maybe you're the delusional one because I'm talking to you just about you right now.
I mentioned Joey.
Joey didn't need to come into this at all.
I mentioned it. Because she was hitting on him last week.
She was hitting on him last week, and then she was talking shit to him. She don't know what the fuck she's doing. Is he delusional though? I don't know you. I don't know you from a fucking hole in the wall. I know Joey. Joey's always been on the up and up with me.
At the very least, last week, you was taking consideration in the talking to Rico. 100%. I've seen your replies. And now this week, you're talking about marrying somebody. I'm sorry, it looks pretty fucking evident that you're the delusional one. Just saying.
You know what? And here's how I know you were never in a relationship.
Yeah, it's the only thing he's ever told me, that you guys weren't in a relationship. So, I don't know what you delusional think. All we were saying is you were hitting on him last week. Nobody once said you were in a relationship with him. And as a matter of fact, I have a podcast from last week. If you go back and watch, everybody go check it out. Joey actually talks about how you guys were ever in a relationship. It's at the very beginning of it. So you can look at the Facebook board and you're watching it now. So just go check out the last week. Yeah, that's what he said too. You were friends. You were just supposed to be friends.
He also told me you look like the crypt keeper, and I kind of believe him. Because I see the way you acting right now. See, I came on here with the pure intention of just getting some shit off my chest and having a nice podcast only where I didn't have to, where I could just get shit off my chest like a therapy session. I wanted it to be a good, and now I've got to be over here fucking roasting someone.
And my whole thing is we never even got anything with you guys. You're the one that literally just come on here when you were just talking to my boy and talking, and you kind of be a little flirty with Rico. I mean, I happened on the podcast last week. I wish I could play video fucking clips right now to call your ass out. I put it up on the back screen right now, like, and you was, and now you talking about marrying somebody this week. So I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't want to try to pretend you.
I'm not trying to be mean, anything like that, but Beetlejuice, go back in your fucking cave for a minute, please. Just.
Why do you keep posting that "Can you marry me" thing up? Is that just like happening, or why is that there every time?
Listen, I don't think you need to marry someone. I personally think you need maybe like a 6-month stay in a psychiatric hospital. Get yourself better, then go to a coven. You need to become a nun or some shit like that. Lock the coochie monster away, because the way that it seems right now, you shouldn't be trying to give that to nobody. And how dare you try to get someone to be stuck with you by trying to get me as an accomplice to get them stuck with you by marrying you. The way you acting right now is absolutely asinine. Absolutely asinine.
And on a side note, how much you willing to pay him to marry you?
I mean, facts, we do have to discuss payment, because I do have to get paid.
Yeah. That shit ain't free.
It's not.
Whatever price he'll marry you for, I'll do it for $1 cheaper. Show me, laugh my ass off, no.
I ain't showing you shit. The fuck?
Show you what? I'm so fucking confused.
This ain't a fucking OnlyFans, it's a podcast. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You gotta contact him privately for that.
Nah, you ain't contacting nobody. You get the fuck.
YJ podcast.
How do you have to do the same thing to get them to go back? Beetlejuice.
I don't think that's how that works.
You're right. As a minister, I should be able to perform exorcisms. This bitch clearly got a demon in her.
Get the demons out.
Not me.
No, I'm good.
Nah, I respect myself, sweetie. I'm sorry. It's not happening. Definitely not fucking. I know how much you like Teddy Swims, and I'd Teddy swim my ass as far as I fucking can to get away from you. I bet you got a Medusa coochie, like you got snakes and all types of bugs that coming out there. Shut the fuck up. Don't come here if you don't want to get roasted. Give a fuck.
Oh,
You got a fucking goat pussy. Shut up.
You gotta love our fans.
That's not a fan. That's just a hater.
Technically.
But thank you for the view. We do appreciate
that.
that.
In there every week.
I've got mad comments going over here. I'm sorry, y'all.
I was hoping Joey was coming.
You just got deported? That's fucked up. Why are you purposely punching cops, bro? Just put you in that shitty situation. You should go out like champ. Have a shootout.
Damn.
I don't like the way you think.
Have a shootout.
That's fucking wild. Bro, do I look stupid? They trained to shoot. I'm trained to throw knives. It's different.
Well, you throw knives, they can shoot it from you, bro. So, just letting you know.
Hoodoo! Why are you commenting on both, and why are you being kind of funny on one, but being a dumbass on the other? Make up your fucking mind. Either be cool or be a dum-dum. Thank you for the fucking view, though.
You're a cool dumbass.
Tommy, anything you want to say to the podcast before we sign off this shit?
It's time. I forgot you guys were there.
Yeah.
We started early.
I'm so fucking sorry that that this show went the way that it fucking did today.
I mean, it was kind of going to. He had topics. He pretty much stayed on it. Fuck the fucking people. Fuck the government. I mean, I agree. So there's some fucked up shit going on. I mean, really, to be honest with you, we don't have enough time to get into all that. And, I mean, then we got disrupted by Joey's girlfriend.
They were never in a relationship.
That is a
friend.
Let me correct that before people go clear.
No. No,
everybody.
But before we get off, don't be nice to this person. Don't be nice to this fucking person. Let me tell you exactly what that is. I understand that is a girl who was a friend. That is Joey's parasite. She talking shit?
No, she's talking about the person she's marrying.
Been with 4 years, tried visa, now doing it.
It's best you find somebody else
Because I'm a true hater?
Because you don't need a true hater.
I'm not a fucking hater. You came up in here talking shit, acting like a fucking cockroach. You remind me of living in the fucking ghetto because every time I think you fucking leave, you magically breathe the fuck up here. Cockroach looking ass. If you don't fucking like it and you think I'm a hater, do me a favor. Get the fuck off my show then. You don't have to watch the show. It's that fucking simple. Like, why are you trying to do this for clout to make yourself feel important? Personally, if you're trying to marry this person for a visa, fuck the visa, let them go so they can get away from you. That's what they need to fucking do.
Wait.
I try to be fucking nice this whole fucking time. You want to bring up the asshole in me? Let's fucking go. I ain't even fucking dealing with you, bitch ass. Get off my fucking show. What's up?
This person that wants you to get deported. She wants to marry someone to get to the country. You think that's okay? I hope he gets deported.
You a fucking cockroach, bro. Facts.